Hey guys, welcome back. Haven't put a video out in a few days. Um, you know, just life and work in general. Just been a little bit different here where I live. We're kind of in this bubble here where like the rest of the world goes on and then everybody comes through here. And because we're surrounded by national parks, people are here to see the parks and do the trails and visit the various lakes and things like that. So we're not experiencing all the craziness in the United States, especially like places like Philadelphia, New York. Miami, Dallas, Austin, just major shithole cities that are run by corrupt politicians and Democrats. I don't know. I don't know, like, at this point, like I've said in my previous videos, if you watched them, how the country, the United States of America, as we know it, is definitely on a decline. And we're not going to come away from any of this united. We need something that's going to fracture all of us, and then in a major event, cataclysmic or something, where then there'll be joint unity between the peoples. Now, would that be with something where you're going to have states and cities in some of the states just wanting to succeed from flying the American flag, or probably succeed from, their bordering states that take advantage of all the resources that good states have. Like most of the Republican-run states are run well when you have governor, mayors, and your state's legislators all being conservative Republicans or just conservative. Those states seem to be run fiscally better, and when you have good fiscal responsibility and less corruption, you tend to have a happier population of people, because they feel like their tax dollars and the dollars that they work for are going towards those resources that make their life better. Now, that being said, a lot of those tax dollars get funneled to police departments. Now, when you want to create this atmosphere where there's such a hostility towards police for the small minority of police that are asshole, I mean, it's just statistically, and I don't like statistics. I'm just like, whatever. You can play with numbers and manipulate them however you want. It can play to the left, it can play to the right, or it can play to the center. But when you look at these statistics, it's just overwhelming that, we have this pretense here in this country that cops are targeting minorities. Like, you would think, if you land from outer space and you land into the United States, and you read all the reports recently, you would think that they were being targeted. And that is so much hyperbole, or like lies that created by the media, where they take you take 0.11% of a population and say that 100% of that population is targeted. I mean, like I said, you could play with numbers, positive or negative, plus plus. But it just across the country, it doesn't hold water. So those are just my view. I mean, look, have the views you want. That's what makes this country free. When we stop people from having free thought, free expression of thought, free communication, then we're at a loss. And then you are going to have this fracture and this divide grow even greater. Let people disagree. I love when people disagree with me because I get a viewpoint, which is rare, but I get a viewpoint that through the prism of their rose-colored glasses or through the prism of their rainbow glass, that, they see the world differently, and they like to look at things as black and white and don't see any gray. Problem with that is that when you're so indoctrinated, I hate the word, I would just say transmutated or transfixed on this idea that this country is inherently racist, and subsequently by default that makes all the law enforcement racist and targeting minorities. Then if you are fed that from elementary school by your parents through high school and into college, you really believe that. And until you research for yourself, and don't just look at the numbers, but look at the demographics from both ends, because you'll see that in a greater matter of fact, I would say almost double, you would see that non-minorities are targeted more than minorities. As a matter of fact, the minorities in this country, I would think, are almost favored. So it's up to you. You can have your point of view and be angry and think that that your protest and your rioting is going to fix things, or you assaulting Caucasians and making videos about it, TikTok videos about assaulting little white girls and little white boys, and think it's funny, or going out there in wolf packs and hitting old people and sucker punching people from behind is a way to get your cause out there. Good luck with that, because ultimately there's gonna be a clash, and that just gets me to where this clash is. White leftists, especially white leftists from Hollywood, when they're asking for forgiveness, who they're asking forgiveness? Because I'll never, ever ask for anybody to forgive me. I don't want my children to grow up in a world where they think of themselves of having been colonizers or whatever. That's total fucking bull. And I don't want that ideology to sink into my children. But you shouldn't be putting it on your children either. Anyway, it's just a terrible state of affairs right now. And it's only gonna get worse if you perpetuate it. Instead of, saying, okay, we know we have some differences, let's come together. You just keep singling out the differences, but you don't have any solutions. You just want demands. You can't have a list of demands when you're in a position, that the rest of the United States, we all have to share in this together. No one class of people can be better than the other. And, it has to be even, or it's never going to work. You're always going to have this clash or this feel of prejudice and racism as long as you divide us. Anyway, that's my thought. You guys good luck out there. Be safe.